So this would be part 2 of the Chinese diesel eater, and in this episode what we're going to do is it's basically, I've been running this on red diesel. So part 1 was how we plumbed it in with the transformer. Part 2 is going to be what's better for your diesel eater. Is it better to run it on diesel or is it better to run it on kerosene? Now kerosene, I can buy kerosene for £14 per 20 litres, so it is cheap. This diesel would pay £16 for 20 litres. For people who are watching outside the UK and going, why is your diesel red? It's because we don't pay tax on red diesel, or we pay little tax, should we say. We do pay a bit of tax, but at minute diesel prices in the UK are £1.20 per litre, I think. Something daft like £1.15 per litre, depending on where you go. But obviously red diesel, it's £16 per 20 litres, so it's cheap, but kerosene's cheaper. So this experiment, what we're going to do is, I've got a litre of red diesel, or diesel in general. I'm going to run this heater for half an hour, so it's nice and warm, and then I'm going to add the 1 litre to the tank. But I'm going to mark the tank before and mark it after I put a litre in. And then we're going to burn that litre off. We're going to time it, how long it takes, and also we're going to see if there's any temperature difference to the ports. That's why I've took the pipe work off, so I can just probe it there and see what temperature we're getting. So we need to find out, is kerosene, well, it's certainly cheaper to buy, but does it burn better? Has it got a better heat producing properties when burnt over diesel? And does it burn slower? Does it burn faster? Just general stuff like that. So this is diesel versus kerosene. Right, so I've had the heater running now for about 20 minutes just to make sure it's nice and toasty and it is warm. I've switched it off. It's gone through its cooling down stage, and I've made a mark on where the diesel line is. So what I'm going to do now is add a litre of diesel. So I've added a litre of diesel, and what I'm going to do now is, I've got my trusty thermometer. I think it's like 12 quid. I don't know how accurate it is. I'm going to mark it again, just so we know roughly we're at the levels when we put the kerosene in. So I'll fill it up to there and then add a litre. And that way it just makes the experiment a bit more proper. I don't see why marking it at top would make any difference, but we'll just do it anyway. And then I'm going to get a stopwatch and I'm going to time it. So what do you reckon is going to be better? Before we start, just pop down in comments and comment what do you think is going to burn better. So what's going to get a higher output of heat, and also is it going to be faster burning or slower burning? So on experiment wise, like I said, we're going to use this litre, we're going to time it, and then at 3 points of the burn, I'm going to take a temperature check at this port here, and we'll even out, see what temperature we're getting. So let's start this experiment. So we're going to start this now. Oops, on button. We're going to set it to number 6, which is the highest setting, and we're going to start. So let's see how long it takes to use a litre of diesel and what temperature outputs we're going to get. So I'll do it in 10-minute intervals. I'll keep coming back and checking and keep updating. So next one will be in 10 minutes. So we're at 14 minutes. And it's barely used anything. It's going to be a long day. So I'll check back in another 15 minutes. 2 hours and 7 minutes, and we are getting there. Let's do last temperature check. It's hard to get it on. Right, on that spot there, about 105, let's just say 105. So we're getting there. See what next video will be. We'll see. Right, so we 2 hours and 58. Well, call it 59 minutes. So we'll stop that when it gets to there. We'll stop it now anyway. We're at the line, so we'll switch it off. And we will see what it's like on kerosene. So let's empty this diesel out. Nice and warm in garage. So we'll empty this diesel out, we'll fill it with kerosene, and we'll start process again, and then we'll work figures out how much fuel we've used. I don't think that's bad, that. A litre for 3 hours, pretty much 3 hours use, on full. That's not bad at all. So I've emptied the diesel out and now I've put kerosene in. Now kerosene I love the smell of. I think it smells awesome. So we're going to set the stopwatch going at the timer. Stopwatch? Yeah, stopwatch. Switch it on to high. And the amount it's going to use should be the same, because obviously your pump's got a click rate. So in theory it should be about 3 hours to use a litre because of the pump click rate. So we'll see anyway, but is it going to be warmer? That's the question, because obviously kerosene's a lot cheaper than well, not a lot cheaper, but it is cheaper. It's 10p a litre cheaper than diesel. So let's see. So we're about 16 minutes in, 17 minutes, and let's have a look. $910. So it's definitely blowing warmer. Is kerosene a better fuel? What generates more heat? We'll average it out and see what data we get. So as you can see now, I'm going to switch this off because it's at that level, and the time we had was 2:46. So I'm about 13 minutes out. I don't understand how that happened, because the pump is at the same rate. So did the kerosene burn quick? I don't get that bit, but heyo, diesel lasts a bit longer I suppose, but kerosene burns a lot hotter. By standards, a good 5 degrees warmer. So let's have a look at statistics. So that was quite a good test. Kerosene average temperature out of this top port was 110 degrees Celsius. I'll work that out in Fahrenheit and put that on the screen. It cost 70 pence per litre, and we had a run time for 1 litre at roughly 2 hours and 46 minutes, so 166 minutes in total. Diesel wise, we had an average temperature of 105 degrees Celsius, and the cost is 80 pence per litre. We had a run time of 2 hours and 58 minutes, so that's 178 minutes in total. Well, figures speak for themselves really. Kerosene's cheaper and it gets a bit hotter, but I think for the run time, I don't understand how it used more kerosene than it did diesel. But cost wise it's roughly probably about the same, but you are going to get a higher temperature with kerosene. So I hope you found this video interesting, and like I say, if you're new around here and you want to see how I did this install, please have a look at previous video, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.